Welcome back to HFS Discovery, the channel that explores the depths of the human mind and helps you discover new insights into yourself and the world around you. Today we delve into a topic that many of us can relate to: invisible wounds. As author Laurel K. Hamilton once said, there are wounds that never show on the body, that are deeper and more hurtful than anything that bleeds. Have you ever wondered if there are invisible wounds that could hurt us more deeply than physical pain? Well, today we explore this intriguing concept and discuss how these wounds can affect us. But before we get started, I want to hear from you. Have you ever experienced any invisible wounds yourself? Share your thoughts in the comments below. One invisible wound that often comes to mind is trauma. It can be an incredibly powerful force, lingering within us long after the physical injuries have healed. Many psychologists have studied the link between trauma and loneliness, and what they've discovered is fascinating. Trauma can have severe and long-lasting effects on a person's well-being for years to come if left unresolved. Even victims of childhood trauma continue to carry these wounds and their detrimental effects into adulthood. In fact, recent research has shown that trauma can become a formative memory, altering the very workings of our brain. It places our self-protective fight-or-flight system into a constant state of high alert and heightened emotional reactivity. A study by Dr. Bremner revealed that patients with post-traumatic stress disorder, PTSD, often exhibit physical differences in their brain structure, such as a smaller hippocampus and altered brain activity. These changes can lead to a deep sense of loneliness and isolation. But how exactly does trauma induce loneliness? Well, let's explore some ways in which trauma can make us feel lonely, along with signs that it may be happening to you too. First and foremost, trauma can make it hard for us to experience joy and positive emotions. After enduring intense distress, many individuals find it difficult to regain a sense of normalcy in their lives. The things that once brought them joy may no longer elicit positive reactions, leaving them feeling lonely, restless, and confused. Another effect of trauma is the fear of taking chances. Research has shown that the more secure we feel in our lives, the more open we become to challenges and new experiences. However, individuals with trauma often become too afraid to take a chance on themselves or new opportunities. They fear that their emotional resilience may not be enough to handle failure or rejection. Additionally, trauma can dampen our optimism and hope for the future. Victims of trauma often develop a pessimistic worldview, stemming from their generalized traumatic experience. This can lead to self-blame, a sense of helplessness, and emotional distance, all contributing to feelings of loneliness. Trust and connection become difficult for those who have experienced trauma. They find it challenging to open up to others and often resort to denial and self-isolation. This tendency to isolate themselves only intensifies their feelings of loneliness. Researchers, such as Pai and others, have extensively studied this phenomenon, shedding light on the struggle that trauma survivors face. Feeling misunderstood is another prevalent experience among trauma survivors, as well as individuals struggling with their mental health. Even in a room full of people who love us, it can feel like no one truly understands our pain. Despite their best intentions, the more they fail to comprehend our experience, the more alone we may feel in our suffering. Lastly, trauma has the potential to define a significant portion of our lives. It can strip away our sense of safety, self-identity, optimism, and motivation. Unresolved trauma can manifest in unexplained symptoms, avoidant behaviors. Yet, as researchers Seligman, Bielak, Brock, and Kearney have discovered, even the deepest suffering is temporary. So how can we overcome the loneliness caused by trauma? Surrounding ourselves with a good support system and seeking professional help are crucial steps in the healing process. Connecting with others who have gone through similar experiences, such as in a support group or group therapy setting. Remember, healing doesn't mean forgetting, and moving on doesn't imply the damage never existed. It means that we have learned to grow around our trauma, not letting it control our lives. As author Haruki Murakami once wrote, "Of course, life frightens me sometimes. I don't happen to take that as a premise for everything else though." If you found this video helpful, be sure to let us know in the comments below. And if you want to learn more about psychology-related topics, Don't forget to subscribe to HFS Discovery. Together, we can continue to unravel the complexities of the human mind and create a stronger, more empathetic world. Thanks for watching, and until next time, take care and